Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 back out with another video for you guys, and we're back with another My Dress Up Darling episode review for you guys. And again, this show's so great. I love this show so much. Like, it's honestly it literally is my favorite show of the season, and I don't want this to end. I want a season 2 announcement like now. But this episode, it was kind of a chill episode. We see our girl Marine and Gojo go to obviously the cosplay event, and funny things ensue and everything and stuff like that. And you get obviously, just Gojo kind of reflecting on obviously his friendship, as well as you get a very good, I wouldn't say a confession scene, but a scene where I think Marine, our girl Marine, she's understanding that Gojo likes her. Anyways, let's get into this week's episode. So obviously we pick up where we left off last week with the whole fact that, she's now Shizutan and everything, and she can cosplay as a girl. And you get this funny scene where they start, essentially she models and Gojo's just taking pictures, and he's getting into this and everything. It was so cute and adorable and funny because she's doing all these poses and everything. And that's when she's like, hey, let's go to the cosplay event. It's tomorrow, so hey, the cosplay is done. We might as well go tomorrow. And we see them go. Again, I love the fact how Gojo's still kind of antisocial and everything. He's like, can we get away from the plaza, because I don't like this, people. I'm like, there's too many girls. And it's funny, and the cool thing too is Kitagawa essentially is name dropping all these cosplayers who are freaking just dressed up as these anime characters, and she's just like, oh, I know that girl, yada yada yada. And then it's like, oh yeah, this is her element, most definitely. And everything. And it's funny because Gojo's like, I can't take it, man, all these girls. And obviously, the thing is, I love the line where she said, well, yeah, you're right, all those girls look pretty, but hey, I'm the girl here with the best boob bag here and everything. And it was funny because she was constantly her boobs and shaking them, and it got to the point where Gojo's like, Kitagawa, please stop, I can't help it, please, can you stop moving your boobs like that? Which, let me just say this, the fan service in this episode, my goodness, it was something to behold, and everything. But the fan service was very cool. But still, this was a great episode. You get the whole thing where you just had it to where you see they get to this one place and people just are taking obviously these girls' pictures and everything, these cosplayers' pictures. It's kind of just a thing now. I thought they would maybe go the route of like, okay, these guys are kind of like perverts and stuff like that. But no, it's seemingly enough, they're just taking pictures because they're like, oh, you did a good job with your cosplay thing and everything. And stuff like that. And I definitely did like when they focused on Gojo. He was on the side and he was like, she looks really happy doing this and everything. That's when he kind of recalls, he's like, well, I made the freaking cosplay. Now that we're done with this, it's over, and stuff like that. And I really did like the fact that Gojo really reflected on this whole experience he's had up to this point, because we know Gojo hasn't had friends. He's been a loner. He's been the guy in school that kind of sits off in the corner of the classroom. He kind of just keeps to himself, and nobody really has the courage, or they just don't talk to him, and he's the odd person out. But he came across Kitagawa, and lo and behold, the relationship grew to a friendship. And I really did like the fact that for somebody in Gojo's shoes, he doesn't know how friends and stuff work out. Like, you see him obviously in the episode thinking like, well, now that this is done, that means we're gonna have to stop, this relationship's over, we're gonna go our separate ways and everything. And obviously in the shoes of Gojo, you can understand where he's coming from, because this is like, Kitagawa is his first true friend, and he doesn't know, like, is this it? Is it over with? I did my job, and now is she gonna kick me to the curb? And obviously the thing that again reinforces the fact that Kitagawa is never going to leave our boy Gojo unless we get some sort of scene in the typical romance anime where there becomes a problem that breaks the two up for some time, only for them to get back together again. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's one of these. I hope it's one of these animes that we don't go through any problems with these two, where they have an argument and they just stop being friends and stuff like that, only to do that. I personally want them to stay together, but if that's something like that, please, do not say anything, especially for people who read the manga and everything. But I love the fact how it reinforces the fact that no, Kitagawa was not going to leave him, because after she was done taking the picture, she ran back to him and she was like, "Oh, I thought you just left and everything, but I'm glad you're here." Which goes to show you clearly that Kitagawa is appreciative that Gojo's doing this out of his time, because honestly Gojo could have been like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna go to this, it's more your thing, so I'm gonna sit back." But I definitely did like it, but that only then transitioned to the fact that we find out she put like two extra layers of bras on, which essentially is inflating her boob chest area, and it's almost literally about to make it pop. And then you get to the funny scene on the stairs inside when he's trying to cool her off. She's obviously very freaking sweaty, again, more fan servicey marks and everything. But just like episode 2, he gets flustered because she's asking him, "Can you do this? Can you wipe my back? Can you unzip my thing?" and stuff like that. At the same time, as he's doing all this everything, she's literally moaning like a freaking girl, doing the dirty. And he's like, "Kitagawa, I think you need to keep your voice down, because what if somebody comes and gets the wrong idea?" And she's like, "Nobody's gonna get the wrong idea, man. It's cool." And again, it goes to show you that she definitely trusts him 100%. And I'm just gonna get this out of the way. For her to let him do all that and stuff like that, she has a lot of trust in him, because typically but then again, like I said, we said the same thing back in episode 2, the fact that she was willing to go down into her bathing suit in another dude's room, and be completely, confident that, hey, this guy's not going to do anything to me, and stuff like that. So I definitely did like that. And then you get the funny scene where Gojo's like, "I never knew anything about these boob bags, but my god, holy hell," essentially saying like, "I never knew they could get this big," and stuff like that. So yeah, that was hilarious and everything. But I also did like the scene where he's also apologizing in the same stairs scene. He's apologizing because we obviously, with the fabric that Kitagawa was wearing, it's obviously made it a lot. It was a lot thicker, so it made her hotter and everything. And I did like the fact that he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have put this into, into thinking of the fact that you could have been sweating your eyes off, essentially, because of the thicker material and everything and stuff like that." And then, after that whole thing, they end up, because the person that was supposed to take Kitagawa's picture, she finds her, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, so hey, sorry, I didn't mean to blow you off or anything, but I was really freaking hot and I almost passed out and collapsed and everything, but I'm all good and everything." She's like, "Do you think you can take my picture now?" And then you have the skirt fly up a bit, and you have these markings on her legs. Now, for anime only people that didn't know what those markings mean, when I was going through the comment section on Verve, at first I didn't know what those markings mean, but all I saw was the girl taking the picture and Gojo were both very, very flustered and everything, and they were like, whoa, what? Essentially, what I found out from one of the comment section, I looked up on the episode on Verve. Essentially, somebody said the reason why you saw those markings on her, essentially on Kitagawa's thighs, were markings of how many times she or how many times, I guess you can say, a girl's, if you know what I mean. If you watch my World's End Harem episode reviews, you know what that mean. But if you don't know one, it's when a girl does the S word with a guy. Now, it's not particularly talking about Kitagawa was having guys, I guess you can say, for in another PG term, screw her. No, it was just Kitagawa being very authentic and very accurate to the character she's portraying or she's cosplaying at, because that's what the character in her Arrow game has done and stuff like that. So hey, it's a nice touch, although it was funny. I just wanted to add that in the video, so if there's anime only people watching this and you didn't know what the hell that meant, well, there's some clarity for you. Because I was like, why are they all flustered and everything? And thank goodness I looked before making this episode review. But then you get the last scene with the train scene of the whole fact where, Kitagawa and Gojo are just talking. Gojo's thanking her for this fun experience, the fact that he had a lot of fun doing this. He had a lot of fun spending time with her and everything. And obviously, it's looking like, and I found it hilarious how Kitagawa was like, well, that's just one of like 51 and stuff like that. And Gojo's like, wait, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, and Kitagawa's like, oh, you thought that was it? Oh no, I have like 51 best favorite characters. And I died at the comment where Gojo's like, who has 51 number one favorite characters? And I'm like, I have a lot of favorite characters in animes I watch, but I have my top number one guy. So I found that to be hilarious. That was hilarious. Oh yeah, the episode ends off with the fact that essentially Gojo is kind of being a little sleep deprived and he needs some sleep and everything. He kind of is like kind of sleeping, like he's kind of like on the middle of dozing off / like I'm at this point where whatever I say is something, and he essentially says like, hey, Kitagawa, you were very beautiful today and stuff like that. And that resonates with Kitagawa because we remember from last week the fact that when our boy told Kitagawa when he uses the word beautiful, it's a word for him that means something very special to him. And all in all, it was kind of a way of a confession. And I loved how they also tied that back, and also the fact that Kitagawa's like, oh, he really likes me. I'm really special to him. And because it's already established in this show, like, yeah, other people say beautiful, but when he says it, it has a direct meaning. And I just loved it. And I loved how Kitagawa got all flustered and everything. And it's like, oh, does our boy Gojo remember what he said? Because, you could say he was in a drunken like sleep, where maybe it's the whole thing where he's like, you're beautiful and stuff like that. And then he clonks out and he just doesn't remember what he said, which can make maybe the way how she reacts to him going forward a little bit more awkward and stuff like that, which again, the romance tension between these two are so lovable. These two are directly made for each other and I love it. And stuff like that, and I can't wait to see more. I can't wait to see next week to see what happens, if things are going to be weird between the two, where she starts to be like, he called me beautiful and I'm really special to him, and everything. So yeah, I thought that was obviously very cute and very nice of Gojo to say, because truly, Kitagawa is somebody special to him, because that his first friend he's made. And of course, it goes with anybody who made their first friend, their first best friend. That person 9 out of 10 times is still your friend to this day. Like, my best friend from junior high is still my friend till this day, and that's actually a guy who I do videos with on my channel, on other videos and stuff like that. And we've been friends for a long time, and it goes for you. There's always sometimes in people's lives we have friends come and go, but when you have a friend and you still keep in touch with them, that's your go-to guy, your go-to girl, and that person is special to you because they're always going to be there to back you up no matter what. And for Gojo, he's found that true friend in Kitagawa, and I think Kitagawa is now getting to the point like, oh my goodness, this guy likes me, and I can't wait to be I wonder if Kitagawa is gonna like him back. Well, we already know that, but we're gonna wonder, how quickly will Kitagawa eventually fall for Gojo. But we'll see what's going on. But this is another great episode of My Dress Up Darling. The only thing that sucks is we won't get another episode for a whole another week. But yeah, but if you want to watch more My Dress Up Darling, Funimation is actually doing the My Dress Up Darling English dub. And they're doing the episode 2 of Measurements. I've almost finished that episode actually. There was one line I did not like they didn't do, and it was the whole thing when she had the feed and she told him just do it. The dub translated it weird, or they did a different translation of the fact where the dub made Marine in that scene say just be relaxed and just be cool and everything. I'm like, I didn't like that. I liked it when she said Gojo-kun, just do it, as because it was a way of saying stop freaking out. But if you want to watch the dub, I think the dub's honestly good with the 2 episodes we've gotten. I've already gotten a comment in the past. I think it was like on my video last week about somebody talking about how they thought the dub wasn't that good, but I thought the dub was good for 1 episode, and even I love the dub. I can't wait to rewatch these episodes in dub format. I'm so glad this anime is getting dubbed, especially for people who are only dub watchers and stuff like that. They're gonna love it. But other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of My Dress Up Darling. Again, do not post any spoilers for future events since I'm an anime only, as well as hit the subscribe button to get more My Dress Up Darling content, or as well as any of the other Winter of Anime 2022 content. Till then, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys later. Peace.